1. We are live. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Today is our fourth episode of Quran in layman's terms with my dear good friend, Ms. Ruby. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you, Wissam, and thank you for everybody who came. I don't know, I can't see who came, but I'm sure, that they will be coming, even if they will come later, even if they're not here now. But let me check.
On live, we have nobody. We have zero audience right now at this moment.
Yeah, I told you Ahmed Sami is having another episode, which is an important episode. Actually, this is the first time.
Usually we'll get more live viewers from Facebook, but because I was banned from streaming or posting anything on Facebook.
Never mind, people will watch it later.
Yeah, by the way, surprise, how I'm banned from Facebook for 60 days.
Hi, nobody.
Hi, nobody, Facebook. 60 days. 60 days. You know why? I have a daily post on my Atheism Without Borders page on this day. So every day there is an on this day and a list of events. And a few weeks back, and then there will be a photo attached representing one of the events. And a couple of weeks back, it was the anniversary of the German National Party thingy, which is basically the Nazis. So the date when it was formed, officially the party was formed. So I put the picture of the original logo of the Nazi party attached to the post, and apparently that is hate speech.
Really?
Yeah, 60 days. 60 days of Facebook.
Wow.
Just read the content. The content of the post, it's on this day. I wasn't praising the Nazis.
This is a problem with Facebook and also YouTube. I mean, without going into the details of the content, they take it off and tell you that you violated their policies while you haven't even done that. So,
well, apparently, every day they are taking down more than 25,000 accounts daily on Facebook.
Oof. Really?
Yes, that's
there must be some problem then. Must be some problem.
Yeah, it's all algorithms. Very few humans look into it. Algorithms will dictate. So, anywho, Quran in layman's terms.
There's one person watching. Good. Hi.
We're down to one. We had two 10 seconds
we had
ago.
Two, maybe.
Two. Now it's down to one.
Okay.
It shows the live number in front of me.
It's two now. It's two. It's up. So.
Okay. So Quran in layman terms. Now we are on episode 4, which means we got to Abasa.
Abasa, yeah.
Abasa. So on my so let's start with the reason for this surah, why it was
Abasa wa tawalla. Yeah.
Do you know the story?
Yeah, I know the story, but you can read it from the.
No, I don't need to read it. It's from memory. It's when this blind guy used to go to Muhammad and he wanted to know the word of God and the will of God and all that. And at the time, Muhammad was busy talking to the elders of his old tribe, Quraysh, because they were the elders, the rich and famous. So he didn't have time to this blind man. So each time he comes in, Muhammad
was basically talking to another guy from Quraysh who, he was proselytizing his religion to this guy. He wanted to get him into the Islamic religion, and he was discussing these things. So this guy comes to him. He's blind, so he comes to him and asks him few questions about. He was a Muslim, The blind guy was a Muslim. He was coming and asking for few question how he should do this, how he should do that, and he actually wanted this guy, the rich guy, to get into
Islam.
Islam, because we will see now why. So what I don't understand here, before we go into this, I want you to pay attention to the story itself. Who is talking to who about who? This is
Yes.
confusing. This is very confusing. One of the surahs that are very confusing. So we can go into that. Basically, this is
you're
it.
right. Yeah. So before we start, you're absolutely right. Most of Quran, it's basically God talking to Muhammad. That's most of Quran. I wouldn't say vast majority of Quran, but most of it, it's God talking to Muhammad or God talking to us. In this surah, things will be different. So let's start with that, and we'll see what we mean by that. So the surah starts with Abasa wa Tawalla. So in my translation, the Prophet frowned and turned away.
Yeah, same thing here with the translation. I'm reading from Muhammad Marmaduke and William Pickthall. So
Yes.
it's saying,
so I have your translation on the
and
screen.
turned away. Now, who is talking here?
God.
God is talking.
God saying the Prophet frowned and turned away.
No, he's saying he.
Exactly.
Okay, now let's go back. It's Muhammad, and Gabriel comes to him, and he tells him he frowned and turned away. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, exactly.
It's supposed to say you frowned and turned away. Who he here is a third party. It's as if somebody is telling a story about somebody else.
Exactly. Yes, it's as if I'm talking to you, but I say, her hair looked nice.
Exactly. Whose hair?
I'm talking to you. I should say your hair looks nice. So
exactly.
You frowned and turned away.
Not he frowned and turned away.
So apparently, this verse, in this surah, God is talking to us. He just bypassed Muhammad altogether. He's directly talking to us.
Yeah, God is telling Muhammad or whoever he was talking to, he was telling him a story about somebody else.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, he frowned and turned away.
Yeah.
But who is he? So again, we keep saying this. I'm talking to someone, an Aborigine of New South Wales in Australia. So who is he? Prophet frowned and turned away because there came to him the blind man. Which blind man?
Because the blind man came unto him. Okay.
Yes.
So now, this also brings me back when you said which blind man. A lot of people who just say you take Quran as a word of God, and the tradition you do not need the tradition. Now, can I guess how or who is the blind guy if I don't go to tradition? And now see what we're doing to understand this verse. We're going to Tabari or Al-Qurtubi.
No, I'll skip Qurtubi. Qurtubi is too funny for that.
Al-Tabari, by the way, is closer, as we said before, to the...
Yes, it's closer and a bit more comprehensive.
To the Prophet, yes.
Yeah, so basically now we know it says that when the blind man came unto him, and he is, what's his name? He's the son of Maktoum. I'm trying to find his name. I lost his name.
Here, it's Abdullah bin Zaida. وهو ابن مكتوم.
Abdullah
bin Zaida.
Abdullah bin Zaida. His mother is Zaida. Okay. And he is Ibn Maktoum.
No.
That's his name. Ibn Maktoum.
No.
Now we know. We didn't know that a minute ago by just reading the two verses. I have to open a 1200-year-old book to find out the blind man. Oh, the blind man was this guy, Abdullah, son of mother of Maktoum.
Hmm.
By the way, we say that in Arabic as if it's the norm. Abdullah ibn Maktoum. Fine, that's his name. But actually, literally, it means he is Abdullah. He is the son of the mother of Maktoum. So Maktoum is his brother.
No. That's not. Maktoum here could be the name. Could be
Yeah,
the
yeah, you're right. Her
So-
name can be Maktoum. Yes.
yes, because this is like a tradition. Even now, we say, for instance, Jasim. He's the son of Jasim.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right.
So he came to him, this blind guy. وجاءه يستقرئه. Can we go back? Can we go
Yeah,
back?
we can. Yeah. So
جاءه يستقرئه means he came to him with a verse because he was a Muslim, and he asked them to how to read this verse. You know, at those days they didn't have some write up or something. It was just the way you say the words that made a big difference. Like قتل is like not like قتل. قتل means he was killed. قتل means he is the killer. So he came to know how to say a certain verse. And while the prophet was with Umayyah bin Khalaf, this is the rich guy. رجل من علية قريش means a rich guy from Quraysh, and who had also some control. فأعرض عنه نبي الله. So he turned away. So he turned away. We just started, by the way.
Yeah, we're at the second verse from Abbasid.
We just started, not long time ago.
Hello, everybody, by the way. Fikri, Namia, Ala Hassan.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah. So anyway, so he turned away because he was annoyed by this this blind guy. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, so yeah, he was annoyed by him, and he just said, just go away. I'm trying to convert this freakishly rich man, and if he converts to Islam, we're all set. We're all good. So just go away. And so he frowned, turned his back on him. And so yeah, that's basically the first two verses. How many words? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 words. It's a whole story. But you need to open a 1200-year-old book to understand that story. And then وما يدريك لعله يزكى. So yeah, he frowned, he turned his back when the blind man came. What could inform thee but that he might grow in grace?
In grace is between which translation are you reading?
I'm reading yours.
Okay. You can read the other one because we want to compare. Yeah.
And yeah, mine would be, but what would make you perceive, O Muhammad, that perhaps he might be purified? Okay, Zakah here is purified. In your translation is grow in grace.
Okay, let's see what Tabari says about that.
Exactly. So, good old Tabari says, yes, Zakah in this case means, purified from his guilt. He gets purified.
Yeah.
But why? He's already a Muslim, and he's a really good Muslim to the point where he wants to read the Quran in the right way. So he went directly to the source.
لعله يزكى إن قوله يسلم يعني he wasn't a Muslim apparently. See? ذنوبه. وكان ابن زيد يقول في ذلك ما حدثني يوسف قال أخبرنا ابن وهب وقال قال ابن زيد في قوله يسلم. So
he wasn't already a Muslim. He wants to.
Yeah. So he came to ask of how do you read this verse, and because he was poor and blind, the prophet did not pay attention to him while he was talking to the other guy who was rich and he had some control, or he
Clout. He had a certain clout
sultan,
among.
I want to
Yeah,
say.
exactly. Among the rulers of Mecca at the time. So that's why he was sucking up to him, basically. And during this sucking up to him time, this one guy keeps coming in, pestering him. Can tell me how this is read. Tell me what does this mean, and so on. So he frowned up. He frowned on him, turned his
Like,
back, and
yeah,
God
this
said,
guy
"Yeah,
had a rank, let me say, a
yeah,
rank in Quraysh, which the Prophet cared that he would get into Islam, or he didn't care. One poor guy who was nobody and he was blind, he did not care about that. And
which is in the politics world, it's the right move. You have to aim for the rich people, more influential people, to convert to your cause.
not only to convert, also to support financially.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. So the story so far, God allegedly, by the way, most of Muslims use this surah as a proof that Quran is not the product of Muhammad. It must be from God, because why would Muhammad actually write this surah? Uh, Basically, God is reprimanding him for doing something wrong. That's all what this is.
Yeah, as Fikri, he says, who knows? Maybe he will be purified by
Yeah.
Islam. Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
let's go more.
Yeah. So next, it's going to be or be reminded that the remembrance would
Would
benefit him,
benefit him. Let me see what
or
this other guy says.
take heed, and so the reminder might avail him.
The reminder might avail him.
Mm. So basically, he's saying, don't look down at that blind
So
man,
the
because
reminder.
you might actually make him convert to Islam, and whatever you will remind him, it will be good for him.
Yeah, if he was a Muslim, for instance, he
Mm.
will be reminded, and this remembrance, this whatever remembrance will heed him, or well, whatever.
Mm. Tabari says, yeah, basically the same thing.
Oh, ينفعه الاعتبار والاتعاظ. It's like a lesson to him. That
Yeah.
whatever you give him is a lesson to him.
Mm-hmm. So that's basically it.
Okay, so still we can see that God is sending Gabriel saying to Muhammad,
Someone.
to supposedly to Muhammad, that this guy did this, this, this. This is all now going as if a storytelling about somebody else.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
So after that, to him, you give attention.
Okay.
فأنت له تصدى.
Now it's changing. فأنت له تصدى. Now you turn away from him.
Yeah. And your translation would be, as for him who thinketh himself independent. No.
No, not yet. No, it's up. It's up. Oh, okay.
No, I skipped this one anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, I skipped it. As for he who think himself without need, to him you give attention.
Yeah. So.
As for him who thinketh himself independent, unto him thou payest regard.
I would say استغنى is not independent. It's he is rich. He is rich. استغناء الغنى. أما من استغنى فأنت له تصدى, or what? As for
no, استغنى is independent.
independent.
Think of it in an Egyptian accent. أنا ما أقدرش أستغنى عنك.
Oh, okay. As for he who thinks himself without need, that he doesn't need you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
To give him.
Yeah, the word in general came from استغنى, means he has enough money that he doesn't need you.
Yeah, istaghna comes from ghina, which is riches. Yes,
Yes.
but istaghna at the same time, it means I don't need the money because I'm rich already. But the main use of it is I'm independent. I don't need anything, or I don't need you.
Okay.
So istaghna and something means I don't need that thing. Usually, istaghna on its own just means money, but
Yeah.
also means I don't need whatever. So it's missing something.
Yeah.
After استغنى عنك. If it says استغنى عنك, that means he's independent. He doesn't need you anymore. So
To whom
let's read it all in one go from the beginning in English. Let's see if it means something. The prophet frowned and turned away because there came to him the blind man. Uh, Interrupting. But what would make you perceive, O Muhammad, that perhaps he might be purified?
This is about the poor guy.
Yeah, or be reminded, and the remembrance would benefit him.
Yeah.
As
ثم
for
من
who
استغنى.
thinks
Yeah,
himself,
he's talking about the other guy, the rich guy that did not need you. To him, you give attention. You give your attention to this guy who did
now
not
I get
need.
it. Now I get it. Yeah, so basically, so you frowned upon that man who came for your help,
Yeah.
and you ignored him, and you're paying attention to someone who actually don't need you,
Yeah.
and you give him your attention,
Your attention. Exactly.
despite he doesn't
But
need
at
you.
the beginning, it was he, and now he's saying you.
Yeah, no, that's a whole different kettle of fish. I'm trying to figure out the plot of
Exactly.
this story.
Exactly. So it's even in the same surah, his pronouns are mixed up. In
Yeah,
the first verses, he's talking about somebody else, he, and then he changes and says you.
but you know what? It's actually a good change because so far, from the last chapter, whatever we read, it starts with I swear, I swear, I swear. By the snatching statically, running, runningly, bigly,
I swear
all
to
that.
my mother's or my father's grave.
I swear on my father's grave. But now he didn't. Yeah, he didn't do any of that. No swearing so far. Good. He usually starts by swearing a lot. So that's good. That's a good change. Okay. So far, what did we get to? We got to, yeah. So you basically you ignored the old man, and you're paying attention to someone who doesn't really like you, is not paying attention to you, and don't need you. And number 7, and not upon you is any blame if he will not be purified.
I
That's the
don't.
rich man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the rich man.
ألا يزكى also تأتي من زكاة. Zakat, it's money.
Possibly. Possibly.
And not upon you if he will not pay money or something. Could be that. Because it means more, it has more substance than just purified. Let's see what Tabari says.
It might be, yeah. Probably
Let's see what
7.
Tabari says.
Hold on. What's this guy saying?
You
You
don't
don't.
learn how to write the title of your subject as Atheism Without Border. Look at your screen what was written on top. And after you have enough English, you can teach people about Quran. Okay, thank you. We'll take that advice. Okay, let's go back.
This is new. I thought people used to say go learn Arabic before you talk about Quran. Now he's
Yeah,
asking you to
let's
learn English.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you. We'll take your advice. We will go learn our English all over again. So we will satisfy you. Thank you. Yeah. So let's go back. Let's go back. Obviously, you understood what we were talking about.
Good. Yeah.
As
That's
long as
always a
you
good
can
thing.
understand and you can be annoyed which is okay, you know. Okay, let's get back. We don't
Just
have
give me
time
a
to
minute.
waste.
Just give me
Oh my goodness. Okay.
a minute. This counts as cardio, doesn't it? Yeah, no, laughter counts as cardio. That's what I keep telling myself. Okay, yes, Zakka. Yes, Zakka. Our good friend El Tabari says
Yeah.
Zakka means anything that's purified.
From his, so he becomes a Muslim.
Yeah.
Can we see Qurtubi, what Qurtubi says?
قرطبي yeah
They have,
أي لا يهتدي ألا يزكى, so not يزكى
yeah,
doesn't,
okay,
so he stays as a kafir,
yeah.
but you are a prophet. All you need to do is just
All you
tell
need,
him,
yeah,
deliver the message, and walk away.
tell everyone. You don't have to be biased to this guy because he has he has a rank and he has
Mm,
money, and not the other guy. You as a prophet, you just have to say um, you're only a messenger. Oh,
exactly, just deliver the message. He will not be punished if they don't heed the message.
yes.
That's what it is. But the blind guy will actually, the message will be useful to them. So you might as well pay attention to the blind guy, not to the rich man who's
Yeah.
just ignoring you. And then, but
وأما
as
من
for,
جاءك يسعى.
he who came to you striving, yes,
For knowledge,
striving.
like seeking knowledge, I would say.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
Mm,
while he fears Allah, وهو يخشى,
yeah,
from him you are distracted.
yeah, like you
Yeah,
turn away.
we actually get that from that one sentence. We got
One
that.
sentence. I mean, it doesn't have to be this.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a repetition. Here it's a repetition.
absolutely. Yeah. So sorry, Ruby. I know we have a subject to discuss, but I
Yeah.
have a way dealing with hecklers. So if there is a heckler in the audience, I have a way with them. And this guy, he heckled me during my episode yesterday when we were discussing The Good Place, the TV series. So I said, okay, I'm not going to answer. I'm not going to deal with you because I'm a guest at Shadi Khallouf. If you think you're good enough, come to my channel. Now he came and he's heckling me.
Well, welcome. If he has anything to say other than what we're reading, he's welcome.
Ruby question was not for you, lady.
Huh.
Ziad, listen. Uh, Only the videos I have with English title are in English. So obviously your English doesn't make any sense. This comment, Ruby question was not for you, lady. Who are you talking to, mate? What? Okay, yeah. So make up your mind. Decide what do you want. Put it in Google Translate. It's good enough. And translate it into English, paste it here. Or to make life easy for you, usually most of my videos are in Arabic. If you read the title in Arabic, then come in by all means and try to heckle me. But in English, you're just making a fool of yourself, mate. It's just for your own good. Don't heckle me in English. Try in Arabic. Try again later. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's move
back
on.
to business. Back
Okay.
to business. Okay, so now we got that point. Now let's start with 11. So all that, now 10 verses, all it says, shame on you, focusing on the rich guy who doesn't really give a hoot about you and ignoring the actual blind man who really wants to convert to Islam. So you have higher chances if you focus on the blind man than the rich man who's ignoring you. That's it. 10 verses.
It could have been all summarized into one sentence.
Exactly.
This blind guy came to you, and because you were talking to the rich guy, you didn't pay attention to him. Shame on you. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Easy. We solved it.
Yes,
Like
exactly.
we solved in
You
Nazi'at.
didn't need to
There
have
was a
10.
problem with sequence. We did that with Nazi'at.
Yes. So it's actually, this is um, what is it called? Logical fallacy. It's called stuffing. There is a lot of stuffing here. And
Yeah, that's not logical fallacy. That's what soap opera writers do.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. كلا إنها تذكرة. No, indeed.
These verses
This
are a
is our
reminder.
reminder.
Uh,
كلا إنها go down a little bit more. A little bit more. Yeah.
yeah, there it is. Nay.
No. But verily, it is an what?
Admonishment. Admonishment.
Admonishment. Well, it's a lesson, basically. I mean,
Why would you admonishment just say a lesson or why admonishment? But your translation is more poetic. We already said that. Okay, so yeah, it's a reminder. Thank you very much. So whoever wills may remember it.
so whoever wills, like wants,
Yeah.
will remember it. فمن شاء ذكره.
So let whosoever will pay heed to it.
Which is basically the same. Okay. Okay.
Heed
Now.
to it. What is it? So it is on honored leaves.
That's what you are saying, Wissam.
Yeah, again, I'm using logic. Sorry.
Lesson. So whoever wants to have some substance out of this, he will remember it. Then it goes on honored leaves في صحف مكرمة. On honored leaves.
Yeah, this is literal. No, that's not even literal. Suhuf is not leaves.
No, yeah, go to the other translation. It is
This
recorded in honored sheets.
Yeah, this would make more sense.
Yeah, like the 10 Commandments.
Exactly. Yeah.
made.
But the problem is, where are these sheets? في صحف, plural of صحيفة مكرمة means it's from God. Basically, yeah. So it's from it's the Quran.
المحفوظ. The what is it called? The tablet.
It's the one tab. Yeah, Lawh is the one tab.
The sword tablet, basically in the Islamic culture, there are tablets that are made by God and kept by Him, and they were written even before the creation. And everything that a person will do is written into these tablets. So, or tablet, yeah.
So when he says Lawh al-Mahfuz or the well-kept tablet, he means it's written somewhere up there and it has everything on it. And some say part of it is Quran. Some say it is Quran. Some say no, it's Quran and whatever was how do you say that? Whatever the Prophet said or did, which makes it Sunnah. So Quran and Sunnah.
Tradition, basically.
Yes,
and the
Sunnah.
biography of
Muslims know what Sunnah means. So that's what it is.
So again, let's go back. Let's go back to the surah because I'm finding a problem here. It said, كلا إنها تذكرة. No, but this is a reminder. What is a reminder? What you did? Is that what he's talking about? What is a reminder?
The reprimandment. So
yeah, and whoever wants, he will remember in holy or stored tablet. So what does that mean? How do you correlate these sentences together with the original verse, which it was he frowned and turned away? So is what Muhammad did gonna be written? It's already written. in these tablets, and it should be a reminder who for whoever wants to remember.
I think it means this is a reminder that God can actually mention anybody in the tablet. So to the point that this blind man, you look down at him, although you look down at him as he's just a poor blind man, now he is mentioned in the tablet.
Now,
Look what you've done.
your interpretation. This is your interpretation. I mean, it's left open. It's left
Yes.
open. You know, and they say that Quran, and we're now reading from Quran and tafsir, and still don't understand. It's obvious that these verses were not one after the other. They may have been misplaced. They may have been. There's no continuancy.
No, absolutely
There's no
not.
structure. Where's the structure in this surah?
Hold on. Let's read it back to back in Arabic first,
Okay.
and see what it means. So far, we are getting lost. So he frowned and turned his back when the blind man came to him. You don't know.
And
He
what
might
do you
have
know? Maybe this guy will be purified.
exactly. Or if you reminded him, it would have been useful to him. But he who just
That
ignored
guy,
you,
yeah,
you're just sucking up to him.
yes.
And even if he didn't
He may
convert,
not become a Muslim. He
he might not become.
purified.
Yeah. But again, now here we go again.
Again, he goes back
But
to the poor guy.
the
that
poor
came-
guy who came to you, and he's
And he
already
feared
afraid.
God,
Mhm.
you turned away from him.
Yeah, you're busy with something else from him.
Somebody else, you're not paying
Yeah.
attention. No, it is a reminder, and whoever needs should be reminded.
No,
Those-
no, it's not reminded. It's mentioned. ذكره, not ذكره.
But no, that I'm referring to the translation.
Translation.
Yeah. See? So whoever was
wow.
yeah, exactly.
So let whoever will pay heed to it, فمن شاء ذكره.
So he will remember. Whoever
Oh.
wants can remember it.
No.
Then it goes
All
in
translations are wrong.
exactly, and it goes في صحف مكرمة. Let's see ومن شاء ذكره in قرطبي or in what do they say?
But mentioned makes more sense because he whoever he wants will mention her in the tablet. Where will he mention them? In the tablet. Makes sense. But not remind. Oh, let's go back. Yeah, let's go back to mention him.
Yeah.
وضحك that whoever he wants will be mentioned.
No. قال من شاء الله تبارك وتعالى ألهمه, which means he will be whom God need to remind or ألهمه is
Yeah.
I can't find the word for it.
What does ilham in English?
We'll give him the he will help him to remember.
Let's see Tabari. Hold on, that was Qurtubi. I don't like Qurtubi.
Okay.
Still doesn't make sense.
No.
Still doesn't inspire. Yeah,
Like
inspiration.
God will inspire whomever He wills. Like whomever God wills will inspire to remember these things.
فمن شاء ذكره, which means whatever God wants. من شاء
فمن شاء ذكر الله في جميع أموره، ويحتمل عود الضمير على الوحي، يحتمل عود الضمير على الوحي, which means the inspiration. It's really you know, I'll tell you why we have this. I feel there is a gap here, and whoever tried Qurtubi or Tabari, or even the translators, they are trying to make sense of two sentences that were cut in between. There are other stuff in between. That's why there are different. See a third one, maybe Qurtubi, Tabari. Each one is saying something else.
Saadi confused me even more.
Yeah, okay. فمن شاء الذكر أي عمل به كقول تعالى وقل. Okay. Whoever God wills will remember this, will do this. Will do what? Will remember this? Remember what? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Remember what?
This whole series, I started this whole thing because I saw what Mr. Fadi and Dr. George did, and their series is really funny. When you read it in layman's terms, it's really funny. Now it's giving me headache. It started funny, but now I'm getting headaches trying to think what it means.
Exactly. I mean, even if you go back to the translation or to the interpretation, the old interpretation, you have different interpretation and it doesn't make any sense. That's because they didn't check, or at least when they came after 200 years after the prophets, they took these verses and they put them together. They didn't know how to, you know, even if it didn't make any sense, but they try to find some outage of that. Okay, let's see now.
Let's move on from this.
Let's move on.
It's giving me a headache.
Completely now. في صحف مكرمة.
So okay, the kara in the honored leaves, or no, it's on the sheets, which is it's not, it's just the tablet.
Yeah. مرفوعة مطهرة.
Now let's ignore the blind man. Let's ignore the rich guy who's given him just ignoring him. Let's talk about the tablet.
Yeah. So see what I mean? Here's the gap.
We have no idea what's the link. It's just 3 words from Shah Dakara, and we've read all 5 interpretations. We didn't get it. What's the link between the whole situation and the tablet? But let's move on. Let's continue talking about the tablet.
Yeah, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. And
let's. Where's the tablet?
مرفوعة مطهرة.
Yeah.
Exalted and purified. These are the tablets, of course.
Yeah, exalted, purified.
Okay.
Set down by Aiden Safar.
By scribes. مرفوعة مطهرة by scribes.
Carried by the hands of messenger angels.
Okay. This is more like it, not the scribes, but the...
Hold on. What does my guy say? What does my guy? Which guy are you? Let's start with
هم الملائكة هم السفراء. Yeah.
So Aiden Safara, which means my favorite sentence, my favorite one. Yeah, and it differed.
Different interpretation. It says here there has been different interpretation for that. But some of them said the scribes.
The scribes, the people who actually wrote down.
Yeah.
So it means those around Muhammad who wrote down what he said. So this guy, it's the scribes. Others said
the readers.
So those who memorize what he says.
The readers, yeah, the
Yeah, the
readers.
readers who memorizes it.
Yes,
They
exactly.
can't read what
That
is not written.
exactly.
But
And some
then
said
readers
that they are the angels.
and some others. We don't know who the others
Yeah.
are. So
So
every time he says
you know,
readers, there's a whole link. There's a whole story of people. Some say, until we get
and if you say it was the scribes or the readers, the reciters, not the readers, the
reciters. Yes.
yeah. So if you say if it's the reciters or the who else? Who was the other? The
It's either
writer.
scribes,
So
reciters,
these people
angels.
are human. So are you talking about the real, the Quran that was written on um, pieces of hide or whatever, or palm leaves? What are you talking about? Is this your holy tablets or the tablet that is with God actually and was written by the angels? So
Exactly. So
it
it's
makes
either
a big, yeah,
reciters, scribes, angels. Which one is it?
yeah. And
We
each
don't
one,
know.
if you say it makes a difference.
Hmm?
The reciters are the ones who know it by heart. The scribers are the people who wrote it on hides or on other,
Mm-hmm.
like palm leaves and other stuff. And also you have the other, which is the
Angels.
angels,
Yeah.
which are nothing that is with humans, that has nothing to do with
Has nothing to do with it. Yeah.
yeah.
But
So
still, but even has nothing to do with it because in the next verse he will actually describe those Aidin Safara, Kiramun Barara, noble and righteous.
it could be both. It could be any of them. Okay, so
So the
no,
reciters, the scribes, the angels, were noble and righteous. Thank you
yeah,
very much. Well, that was interesting.
yeah, this could be an adjective for all.
Yeah.
قتل الإنسان ما أكثر. Now
Hoppa! Let's move somewhere else.
it stopped here and started. Man is self-destroyed. How ungrateful. Now, how does this?
Oh, cursed is man. How disbelieving he
Cursed
is.
be the man.
Is he?
Cursed be man. How disbelieving is he?
Um,
He's like cursing a human being. He was just
all of us. He cursed us
I
all.
don't. I think that going back, yeah. Okay, where did we? Can you go back? Yeah. Okay.
Do you want me to go back? I'm reading Tabari for this.
Okay. Read Tabari and we'll see the structure here.
So basically he's cursing the human being that is kafir. And so that no, it's just grammar. The rest of it's just grammar.
Yeah.
This is the gist of it. He is cursing the human being that is kafir.
الذي قلنا في ذلك قال مجاهد. What does that mean? قال ثنى عن حميد عن أعمش عن مجاهد قال ما كان في القرآن قتل الإنسان أو فعل بالإنسان فإنما عني به الكافر. Okay. Why is he? What action did that person get to be called kafir or infidel? I'm not really getting the connection here. Is it because Muhammad did this, discrimination between a poor guy and a rich guy? Does that apply to Muhammad as well because he did this? Or what is he talking about?
It has not, well, in terms of the sequence of events, it has nothing to do what preceded it.
But
So
it's the
the
same surah. It's the same surah. So
well,
he's
we've
giving us, um, uh, some incident that happened, and because of this incident, this whole surah came. So what are we learning from this?
I think that the this whole surah came because of an incident. The incident we finished it 7 verses ago.
10.
So by verse 10, it was done,
Yeah, I think.
and then soap opera style writing now. So let's talk a little bit about the tablet, and then here on out of that, and then oh, you are bad people. God will punish you all.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
a human being is an infidel.
yeah,
How infidel is a human being?
yes, you
من
are infidels. That's what you are.
من
That's what you
أي
are.
شيء خلقه. Okay, let's see.
Now my favorite Al-Qurtubi, he's really funny. So basically,
عتبة بن أبي لهب. Now, how do
so,
we know that?
so he said, yeah, this just this verse is related to this guy, Utbah bin Abi Lahab. But the whole surah is related to Abdullah ibn something,
بن مكتوم
bin
مكتوم.
Maktoum, Abdullah bin Maktoum. But this verse is about Utbah bin Abi Lahab. Okay, who is he? Well, he became a Muslim, but when the surah of Wal Najm came about,
Yeah.
he returned to Kafir. He left Islam. He apparently, when he heard that surah at the time, and he said, "F this. This is
والنجم.
all
This is والنجم إذا هوى ما.
exact."
That's by the way, this story is about والنجم إذا هوى ما مش عارفة, I forgot the name of the verse. They say that it was taken out of an old
A poem.
poetry. Yeah, an
Yeah,
older poetry. So this guy, when he heard it, he knew that was taken from an older poetry. So he left
yeah, that's the
Islam.
one. Yeah, والنجم إذا هوى ما علم ما ضل صاحبكم وما
Yeah, ما
غوى. It's an
ضل
old. It's a
ما
very
ينطق
old poem.
الهوى هو إلا وحي يوحى. نعم.
So when he copied the old poem, when he heard
So
that, he
he
said,
said,
I believe in all Quran, apart from that surah,
yeah.
because obviously it's plagiarism."
Yeah.
So
So
poor
he
Utbah bin
said,
Abi
so
Lahab, he said,
God
"That's
said,
plagiarism."
may death be for the human being how infidel he is.
Exactly, yeah, because he said, "That's plagiarism, mate. I'll take the whole of Quran. I'm okay. This bit, I just can't swallow it. Obviously, you plagiarized it from someone else. It's not yours. Just take it on the chin. I'm a believer. I believe in Quran. Just when Najmu Hawa, that's not for me. You stole it." So another verse got copied in just for him. And then he was a believer, and then he said, "I believed in the Quran apart from that." And then God sent just this verse, just for him, cursing him.
In between a surah, a whole surah. Now,
A whole surah about someone else.
yeah, why? Why is he bringing it here? It's either a different surah, so he shouldn't be with this. So, but this also could be because of the way that Quran was gathered or put together. You know, I'm sure that there were a lot of verses in between. This, defies the notion that Quran is the word of God and it's complete. We have it completely as it was meant to be by God. This defies that because the verses are not. First of all, the whole Quran is not chronological. Second, even the verses are put together where sometimes no verse has any substance to the other. There's no continuation. a story in a story in a story.
Even this story is really funny because this guy who said he was a Muslim and he said, "Yeah, this is plagiarism. I'm not going to take it." And apparently Muhammad heard about it, and he said he prayed to God to send a lion. I don't know why he said, "Please God send."
سلط اللهم سلط عليه كلبك أسد الغاضرة.
I have your dog, the lion.
أسد الغاضرة فخرج من فوره بتجارة إلى الشام فلما انتهى إلى الغاضرة.
So in the mob movies when they know they sent us a killer for you, what do? You go on a road trip, you run away. So this guy, he said, "Okay, I'm going to Syria,
pirating
for business." He knew they sent his name was mentioned and they will send a killer for him. So he went to Syria for business. During the on the way, he remembered that basically Muhammad cursed him. So he asked his men, and he gave them money, and he said, "If I survive this, you'll get 1,000 dinars each." So what they did is they surrounded him, and all their luggage they put it around him just to protect him. And somehow a lion showed up, jumped over the luggage, landed on him, ripped him apart. I've seen that on some horror movie. Ripped him apart. The end, he's dead. And then his dad, crying over his body, dismembered body, he said,
saying that
whatever Muhammad says happens.
Whatever Muhammad says can happen.
Where is it?
This is too much, okay? This Qurtubi, Qurtubi is too much.
That's what I mean. I like Qurtubi.
Tabari, at least there is some sense.
Yeah, and he backs up his claims. He would say someone said that he heard someone else and that so and so. So he will give you the full audit trail behind it.
Yeah, so he basically talking about every infidel. God will kill every or God is saying that
cursing infidels,
and then they will be killed. Yeah.
So after he cursed the infidels, again, his good old story, he rubs it in every time. Do you know how you were created? From what substance did he create him?
No, wait. Here, God says, what did من أي شيء خلقه? Who created him? From what substance did he create him? Who is he here? God is talking.
Yeah, so no, it's not God talking because he refers to God. So now Muhammad is talking. So now,
no, this is Quran. This is a whole surah. It came from God. God is talking through Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel, and he's talking to Muhammad, and he's saying, "From what thing doth he created that? Who is he? You're talking about yourself. What did I create you from?" I could say, if I'm the talker.
I'm talking here. Sorry, I just finished watching The Irishman, and everything is Irish to my ears. So yeah. So it started with, it's not God talking to us. It started with someone talking to Muhammad, not God talking to Muhammad. And then he started God talking to Muhammad. Now Muhammad is talking.
We've been broadcasting or streaming live for 1 hour. You want to stop here?
Hold on. Where are we in the surah?
Up. Yeah.
We are. Oh God! I thought it's going to be a quick. No, this is in Najm. Sorry, where are we? No, that's not us.
No, not the Abasa.
Yeah.
Abasa. So see, ما أكثر من أي شيء خلق.
An hour and we're halfway through. Today I thought I actually skimmed
Exactly.
through a takwir. I thought we might finish this one in half an hour and we
No, you need more time for
no, we need more time. Yeah.
yeah.
Gosh.
Okay, so let's stop here. I'll put it من نطفة
Yeah.
where is it?
We are at number قتل الإنسان. Yeah, 17.
من نطفة خلقه فقدره. Yeah, we can start next week.
17, 18. So yeah, next week we'll start with 18.
Okay.
And on that bombshell, gosh, I need something stronger than this. Thank you, Ruby.
And then people, tell us, why did you leave Islam? I mean, if you, I'm talking to Muslims, if you want to interpret anything the way you like, you might as well not have a verse, not have a text. Just take everything as it feels logical to you. So you don't need to interpret it so many ways. You don't need to translate it so many ways. Just make your own. Because after all, you are making your own by reinterpreting and retranslating. And it doesn't make, if you want to take the text, you either take it. This is my problem when I wanted to be a real good Muslim, by the way. This was my problem, is I wanted to know what God intended, not what human intended, not what Qurtubi intended or Tabari intended or me. I wanted to know what God wanted. And it's gibberish. Quran is gibberish.
It is. Yeah, from any angle, whatever you try to do to say anything, it's gibberish. Be it who's the narrator here? Who's talking to whom? Every few verses it will change. And then the subject matter will change. We'll start with the blind man and move on. Let's describe the tablets. And then suddenly a guy didn't like one of the surahs and he said, yeah, this is plagiarism. So let's spend some time cursing him. It makes no sense whatsoever.
Yep.
Absolute BS. Ruby, you've been fantastic. Thank you very much for your time today.
Sure, thank you. And we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week and we'll finish this surah, hopefully, fingers crossed. Thanks to all the audience. Thanks for the comments. You've been fantastic. And for anybody who wants to just to be the normal heckler, if you're not good in English, try heckling in Arabic in a different episode. By all means, fine. If you want to heckle me live, English or Arabic, just please say the word. I'll put the link in. Come up and I'm happy. You can heckle me live. I'm okay with that. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.